Strong storms are possible during rush hour tomorrow morning. A couple of showers have already started to pop up across our area, and traveling west on I-10, the weather only gets worse. Strong storms are moving through eastern Mississippi down into the New Orleans region right now, and they are all pushing into our direction off towards the east. This is going to change some plans in the morning. It's going to take you a little bit longer to get to work tomorrow morning, and showers are already pushing into our area. Across just west of our area, there was a tornado just earlier in Calhoun County, just before the 6 o'clock hour. Not to mention there is a little bit of flooding occurring just off towards the west. 1 to 2 inches already occurring, and we could see 2 to 4 inches on top of that in Liberty, Franklin, and in Gadsden County by tomorrow evening through the evening hours. Strongest storms are going to be coming in during the early morning hours into the early afternoon. Watch out for that. Across the rest of the area, 1 to 2 inches of rain possible across the Big Bend area. Radar right now outside the door, it's looking like this. Storms pushing through Franklin and Liberty counties right now. Most of the rainfall is off towards the west. I think that's really where it's going to stay. Some breaks in the clouds off towards the east, but really the main story is going to be this rainfall, very heavy rainfall, and we haven't seen a whole lot of rainfall across this area in quite some time. Rainfall, we're about 10 inches down for the year so far across the Big Bend area. These storms are going to be rolling in after 2 o'clock for most of the area, and then building in for those stronger storms as we head into early tomorrow morning. And then sunny skies, we're turning back towards average starting on Wednesday. Here's how this is all going to roll along here. A couple of storms already occurring across the western panhandle. Most of those storms well back towards the front, back in Louisiana and Mississippi. A couple of strong storms are possible during the overnight hours, maybe 1 or 2 severe storms as we roll towards sunrise, and this cold front gets out of our area by late afternoon into early Wednesday morning. Sunny skies returning back into the forecast by early Wednesday morning, and then Thursday and Friday back towards seasonable conditions with highs in the 80s and possibly up into the upper 80s, maybe 90 degrees as we head towards the early parts of the weekend. But breaking down the severe weather threat, we're talking maybe an isolated tornado. We've already seen one earlier in Calhoun County earlier in the day. The wind threat is going to be at the minimal until early tomorrow morning when the sun rises and gives the atmosphere a little bit more energy. We're talking wind gusts of possibly to 60 miles an hour in some of these stronger storms. But again, that main threat is going to be the flooding threat, 2 to 4 inches in our western counties, 1 to 3 elsewhere around the area. And that rainfall could total up very quickly, and that's why that flash flood watch is in effect for the overnight hours into tomorrow evening. And that's going to get all out of our hair by late on Wednesday morning, or early on Wednesday morning. If you've got to head out in the Gulf, it's going to be a bumpy ride out there. 5 to 7 foot waves out there. Not the best vision out there. The sunset tomorrow at 7:42. You're probably going to be able to see that. Clouds will be pushing out of the area by late tomorrow evening. 73 degrees tonight. We're looking at southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour, veering to the west and northwest by tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours as that front pushes by. But first, we've got to deal with that thunder rolling through the area, and it's going to roll through, again, mid to late morning with temperatures in the low to mid 80s. A little bit warmer if we see any of those breaks. Unfortunately, that's also going to come with it some stronger storms if we do see that sun tomorrow. But the great news is we're talking sunny conditions by Thursday and Friday. No hindrances by the time we get to the weekend. Again, temperatures warming up into the mid, possibly upper 80s as we head into the weekend forecast.